All right, I lied. So there are like a few little things that I wanted to change on the patio. Hey, I'm Janelle, and this is toDIYfor. Welcome if you're new to my channel. I do new videos every Wednesday. Please subscribe. Please check me out on Instagram at Janelle Steeper, and tell your friends too, please. I would love for more people to be coming here and checking out what I'm doing. So last week, if you saw, I did a little veggie garden on our balcony and a privacy screen, and I thought that was it. But there is some other things that I wanted to switch up on the patio. Our seating is not the most comfortable, and that's basically due to the fact that I created the cushions for the original bench since I have made that larger. And so, I mean, the patio is about, yeah, I want it to look good, but I also want to feel good and be comfortable when I'm sitting out there. And the current cushion situation, not great. And I have a great idea on how I can repurpose a few things that I already have to do it up real nice. And I'm also going to repurpose a DIY from last year and create a cool new little lighting piece for our balcony. So let's get into it. All right, so here's what I'm using for our seating. This is a mattress pad that we bought for guests to use when they come over. We thought it'd be nice to have a little more extra cushion on the thin futon that we have, so we bought this. However, it doesn't get used very often, and my idea here is that I could cut this apart, we could use it for cushions, but we would still be able to piece it back together so that our guests could have a comfortable stay when we do have people come over. Foam is really expensive, so I thought it was a great idea to kind of dual purpose this. So I'm just going to cut this apart with the X-Acto knife. It's really easy to do. I've measured out the pieces that I needed, which actually were pretty perfect. 2 of them will fit our seating awesomely. And look, it ripped apart so easily after I did that initial cut. It was nice and clean and straight and was really easy to do actually. So once I had my 2 foam inserts, we're going to recover them. Now I really did still love the yellow cushions that I had done a couple of years ago, but I don't have that fabric anymore. So I have this fabric, and I kind of wanted to make it kind of one unified unit. The yellow didn't look great with this fabric, so we're going to redo all of the cushions. So this is just from a previous DIY project. I didn't end up using it, so we're going to repurpose it now. So what I've done here is I've basically folded a piece in half that is going to be the same size as our foam, but slightly bigger for the allowance of some seams. And of course the foam is about an inch and a half thick. So what I did there is I sewed the raw edges on either side, and now I'm showing you how I'm going to create this kind of little pillow pocket, and I'm folding it over top of each other with just a little bit of overlap there, and then I'm going to stitch along the sides there. This is pretty much a very basic way to create a pillow cushion, and I'm going to do that for all of the cushions for this project. So sew it inside out, of course, then you flip it back out, and we are going to stuff the foam pad into this. And it is going to be pretty loose because it's quite a wide opening. So what I'm going to do to close that up is use some Velcro, and it's just got a sticky back on it. We're going to throw a couple of pieces on here, and that will help keep that closed. So I will say that our patio is under a balcony, so it is completely covered all of the time. Otherwise, I would probably suggest using a sturdier, thicker fabric that might be a little water resistant. We take our cushions in every single night as well. They're not going to get any sun damage. So I would say my fabric, maybe not the best for everyone's situation, but it does work fine for us because it doesn't see the wear and tear that some other patios or, balconies might. So with the remainder of the fabric here, I'm going to redo our seat cushions that we had previously. These are now going to become our back cushions. I'm using the exact same technique here, so really nothing new. And I'm just going to show you how I did my kind of rolling stitch here to do that hem. You fold it under, and then you fold it under one more time, and then that way you never see the raw edge. And I just took that through with a straight stitch in my sewing machine on those 2 edges. And as you can see, it looks quite nice. So then I went ahead and I sewed the sides to create that little pocket, and we're going to stuff the pillow in here, again using some Velcro to help keep that opening closed. And that's pretty much it for all of the cushions that I had to redo.
As for our light, you might recognize this. I did this as a kind of a patio lantern last year with bamboo skewers and embroidery hoops. I'll leave that video linked for you if you want to check it out. However, over the winter, it kind of got, I don't know, mold on it or something. And we also really don't have the floor space for it anymore. So I thought, let's hang it. I painted it all black, and then I added some sticks across the top, the coffee sticks. I glued those into place. This is actually the lid of our old coffee container, and I'm putting on a 3M sticker that came with these little tiny battery powered lights that I got off of Amazon, which I will leave linked for you. And we are going to create kind of like a mini pendant light here. So I glued that on top of those sticks. I painted them all black so that it all blends in together nice and well. And then to hang it, I just used some very thin wire. I like this because it almost looks like it's floating when it's hanging, and I used 4 pieces here. I pulled them into the center together, and then I just hung it above our patio with a little 3M hook that I use to hang the rest of our lights that are already on our patio. So I think it works really well, and what I love is that it comes with a little mini remote, and I can turn it on and off really easily. So I added another little rug, make things a little cozy. I'm just assembling all of our newly made cushions now. And here is what the final patio looks like. So I really love how this whole thing turned out. You know, it's a fun pop of color, but mostly I just love that it's a comfortable seat to sit on. The foam is really nice to sit out there for long periods of time. Also, it covers the entire wooden bench, which our previous cushions did not do. And it's also fewer things for us to carry in and out, which we do every single day. So that makes it a lot easier. And I love that this is all dual purpose, that we can use these again still if somebody comes and stays over, to give them somewhere comfortable to sit. The light, I have no idea what it looks like in the dark. I honestly haven't tested it yet as I put it up today, but I can't wait to see. I think it's a whole mood and a vibe, and I love spending time out here. Let me know what you thought of this DIY, and I'll be back next week with a new one.